Okay, I'm about to power wash Teddy's cylinder head from the machine work that was performed. There's a lot of debris stuck up in between the ports, down inside the chambers. Work they were doing, resurfacing, decking the head. So I'm going to power wash all of these particles and debris out and let it dry out, and then prep for the head rebuild. Finished pressure washing the head. Turned out pretty good. Between all the ports, everything's nice and clean. I don't see any debris or any type of residual filings or particles. So my next step is to get the compressor and blow out in between anything to help dry it out, as well as if there's any remaining debris, just to blow everything out. Okay, the compressor's still running, not sure if I'm coming through clear, but anyway, when I was pressure washing the head, I have a brush kit. I was running these through the ports so that I can get rid of any type of sharp burrs and deburr the intake ports where we drilled it for the larger bolts, so that way no residual debris gets blown down into the cylinders. So the head turned out very good, it's clean, and prepped for assembly. It's been cleaned and pressure washed, so right now I'm going to prep it before assembly. I'm going to put some fogging oil on top of all of the valve seats, because the valve seats are made out of metal and we do not want any type of surface rust to build up on this before I do any type of assembly and make any type of valve to seat sealing interference. So we want all of these clean, lubricated, so that way no type of rust or anything build up, because whether you believe it or not, if this sits for a little while, surface rust will build up, and of course with the valves moving and the constant opening and closing would probably reseat itself, but they've been already machined, so let's keep everything nice and machined good. But just for an example, if you was to zoom in very close, you can see like residual particles where the metal would have developed a little bit of surface rust before it was machined, but it's actually very smooth, but it's just the stains left over. Started the cylinder head assembly and prep for Teddy's engine. I've installed SuperTech valve seats, so we have SuperTech valve train for the most part. I've already pre-lubricated. I use fogging oil just to lubricate even the bottom of the seats. A lot of times people install them dry, but I like to lubricate everything, and also that'll help everything drop into position. So each one of the valve seats, all 24 valve seats, have been installed. And as you can see, it's shiny inside there and well lubricated. Also, that lubrication helps prep the valve stems, the valve guides, also for when I install the valve seals, as well as insert the valve stems itself. So I already sprayed a little pre-lubrication in there, as well as I'll spray each valve stem before I install it into the cylinder head. Preparing for the 3.6 liter cylinder head build, I've already installed the valve seats. We're using SuperTech valve train. I sprayed fogging oil down into the valve guides as well as the valve seats itself before I install the SuperTech valve seats. So the bottom of the seat surface, I like to spray lubrication down in there. Also helps everything seats and sit in place, as well as it's not a metal to aluminum friction for startup. This stuff moves around a little bit while the valve train is moving, so of course I don't want to wait until engine oil circulates through the engine just to lube it. You want to pre-lube this as well before you do any type of assembly. About to prep Teddy's block and paint it. I'm gonna prime it first, and that block's going into this beast right there. So that's going to get a 3.6. That 3.2 badge is going to have to come off. And after we finish with that project, and that one will get a 3.6. And that baby over there is going to be a 4.2 supercharged, and the one around back is getting a 3.6. To be continued. Scrubbing the crankshaft, you can see some of the dirt particles that's coming from off the journals, and you would not have expected that to come off. But this is a buildup of oil particles that were just stuck in the casting. So scrubbing all of that off to be clean before I spray it down and take it back inside. Out here in the cold, cleaning the crankshaft for Teddy's block. After I picked up the crankshaft from the balancing shop, they said that the crank would have to be cleaned. So I cleaned each one of the oil ports for the bearing journals with a brush. I ran through each one of these to clean it out, and now I'm using just basic engine cleaning, spraying the engine up, and I have several different brushes that I'm going through, just cleaning off the counterweights, making sure any type of dust or debris isn't built up on it or any type of lint. And then I'm going to pressure wash it, not with water, but I'm going to use brake clean just to make sure. I don't want it to rust, but after I clean this up, I'm going to take it upstairs so it can dry. Finished cleaning the crank, took the air compressor and blew all the brake cleaner outside of the porch. So now it's dry. If you can see, that's the journals and just the dried up material. If I wipe that off, you can see it gets shiny underneath. See, look how shiny it gets. There you go. So I'll take it upstairs, go over everything lightly, and put this bad boy in the block once it's ready.
Street Outlaws, no Prep Kings, Ohio. Every time, man. Like on live, sitting niggas, goddamn wine.